3 Reasons Rama Lamented When Seeing Sita's Ornaments, by Krishna's Mercy. Tanyanke darshanyani kritva bahuvidham tava, ten dev prakashen devin paridevitam. Quote, seeing those ornaments while keeping them in his lap, that Lord, appearing like God himself, lamented in many ways. Hanuman, Valmiki Ramayana, Sundara Kand, 35-40. When someone becomes famous, important, or of great influence in this world, there is this kind of subtle push by the supporters to hold on to artifacts. It is as if they know the value to the associated items prior to the requisite amount of time passing. They create something like an archive long before the collection is large enough to require a dedicated physical space for preservation. The items to collect might be as simple as a shirt, a robe, or a pair of sandals. It is something physical which the person of prominence associated with. The places visited also become important. In the Vedic culture, there is the concept of tirtha. This is a sacred place, and because of the designation, saintly people tend to gravitate towards such areas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is worshipable, so is his land. This explains why people still circumambulate a massive body of land like Govardhan Hill. They create makeshift versions, miniature replicas, during the annual period of Govardhan Puja. This is for the purpose of worship. Through associating with the remaining object, the hill which was held up high by Sri Krishna himself, it is like they are meeting God. They can meet in that way because of remembrance. Srimad Bhagavatam recommends that the ultimate aim of different paths associated with spirituality is to remember Narayan at the end. Whether someone is into Sankhya, Yoga, or Swadharma, the highest objective should always be to remember God, the person, at the end of life. Etavan Sankhya Yogabhyam Swadharma Parinishthaya Janma Labha Parah Punsam Ante Narayana Smriti. Quote, the highest perfection of human life, achieved either by complete knowledge of matter and spirit, by practice of mystic powers, or by perfect discharge of occupational duty, is to remember the personality of Godhead at the end of life. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.6. The human population is fortunate that there are many tirthas to visit. There are still many artifacts that relate to the Supreme Lord, and those dedicated to him. We simply see one of these items and immediately recall the glorious attributes, gunas, belonging to the one who is always wishing us well. The Ramayana history provides an interesting glimpse into the other side. We acknowledge that devotees are always remembering Narayan. They mark their body in different places with the footprint of Vishnu. They associate with the tulasi plant in order to stay near to someone who is dear to Vishnu. They commit vital words of wisdom to memory, which were first spoken directly by God in his avatar of Krishna. If we were ever in doubt as to the benefit of such a connection, if we ever wondered if the Supreme Lord would remember his devotees, Sri Hanuman provides direct confirmation. In his avatara of Sri Rama, Vishnu lived alongside the eternal consort, the goddess of fortune, in her expansion of Sita Devi, who is the daughter of King Janak. Though they spent much time together, there was also a significant period of separation. It was during that period that Rama once came upon ornaments that were worn by Sita. These ornaments accidentally fell away from her, as she was being dragged against her will towards a hostile territory known as Lanka. Others later found these ornaments and showed them to Rama. There was repeated lamentation. This was from Rama's side. Though he knows everything, though he is always Atmaram, though he is always in control and can make his desires come true, Satya Sankalpa, he still never forgets his devotees. 1. He remembered how wonderful she is. Can there be anyone more wonderful than the Princess of Videha? No one could say a bad word about her. As a baby, she was found in the ground one day by accident, while her father was preparing for a yagya. She was an accidental discovery, but one worth more than gold. 2. He remembered how devoted she is to him. The ornaments remind a person that Sita has the highest dedication to her husband. She will volunteer to give up royal comforts at the drop of a hat without prior notice. She will trade jewels and luxury for the greatest austerity of life in the forest. 3. He remembered how she must be suffering since she was separated from him. The ornaments are a reminder that someone that devoted to Rama must be suffering due to separation from him. Hanuman was sent as a messenger to help alleviate that suffering. In the same way, we are in constant grief due to our separation from God. If we have some devotion, if we wish to be with him, then he will also send a capable messenger to rescue us. As he is never lost to us, we are never lost to him. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra, sarvam cha mayi pashyati, tasyaham na pranashyami. Sachame na pranashyati. Quote, for one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. Lord Krishna, Bhagavad-gita 6:30. In closing, feeling lost and alone, never happiness known, because separated to be, the Almighty not to see, but when ornaments to give, with some hope to live, that soon to be connected, fixed in his way directed.